Hello and good morning to all. We're here at the Oval, and you join us for this one-day match between England and India. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and with me in the commentary box is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
Always a pleasure to sit alongside you in the commentary box.
Thanks, Alison. We're to go down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
Interesting call to bat first. Looking at the pitch, it seems a strange decision. You'd have to be very confident in your batting lineup.
So here we go. The players make their way out to a seismic crowd match, and they're ready for some world-class batting and bowling. The pitch today, it looks good. A bit of grass on top, so they'll get their wish, I think. Okay, everything looks set to get this match underway. I think the new ball will get some movement, and the openers are going to have to be wary of that.
Still honing in. On their lines, the batter happy to let it go through. Saltz watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Was quick onto that in the infield. On that nicely, good defence. Oh, that's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Over, England are none for none. Singh, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. Edge, but it drops safely. Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. That out well. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Nice solid defensive shot. End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. England are 8 for none.
Well, bowlers have them pinned down at the moment. Batters need to try and rotate the strike a bit.
Bumrah from the Vauxhall end.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good delivery smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Can't get that outside the ring field. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? India having a good chat with the captain. Not sure this one is worth a review, though.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though. Didn't have a lot going for it. It's hit them outside the line and will be not out. Was there a bat on it? The fielders think there was. This could be trouble.
Butler looking quite surprised. Didn't seem too worried about a reversal. Six runs out of there. England 14 for none. Doesn't beat the infield. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. Straight to the fielder. On that nicely, good defence.
They picked the slower ball right away. Wasn't a bad delivery, but dispatched to the boundary with ease.
Four runs added in that over. England are 18 for none.
4 down, and it feels like they're stuck in first gear at the moment. Need to go up a notch soon.
This could be out. And dropped. Drilled that one away.
Watched it closely out of the hand and hammered that slower ball away to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Bumrah will be pleased with their work in that over. Kept the batters under pressure very, very well. It's something they do so well. Finds the fielder with that shot. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position, and I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
This is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Cuts that off well in the infield. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. 7 runs added in that over. England 33 for none. Bumrah from the Vauxhall end.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point chasing that.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Couldn't get it through the field. This should be close. Half a chance, missed. End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. England are 41 for none.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Yeah, they've held that. Brilliant work in the deep. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. Edge, amazing delivery. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Head over the ball, great shot. That's racing away.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Edge, but it drops safely. 6 runs added in the over. England are 47 for 1. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Was quick onto that in the infield. Smacks that away through the gap.
Brilliant shot. You couldn't hope to hit it any better than that. It's raced away to the boundary.
The over comes to an end. But both sides need to inject some life into this match. Sing from the pavilion. Massive outside edge. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Great commitment. The end of another over. It's time, though. Some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes.
The captain's going to change. Things around in the field.
Dubé into the attack now from the Vauxhall end. Misses everything. Beats the field with a great shot. A direct hit and this could be gone.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot, just ridiculous.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. A roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Can't get that outside the ring field. 10 runs added there. England are 65 for 1.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Square cut, finds point, no run. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Goes over the top with that shot.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. End of the over. 4 off it. England a 69 for 1. Dubé from the Vauxhall end. Gone! Oh, that's a bit unlucky.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Doesn't beat the infield. Really good over, takes a wicket and keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find some boundaries.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through. Banton watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Great shot through the gap. Edge, but it drops safely. India with a strong appeal. That should be given. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
For 3, the left-handed batsman is coming in at number...
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters.
Now 71 for 3.
Straight to the fielder. Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one, though. The end of another tidy over. Good to see the pressure starting to build on the batters. Goes over the top with that shot. Smacks that away through the gap. Edged, what a ball. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. End of the over, and it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting the batters build any momentum. Dubé from the Vauxhall end. Finds the fielder with that shot. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Oh, nicely done. That's gone fine. May well be four.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Dubé shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Might look to go big again here.
Five runs added in the over. England are 89 for 3. Everyone's gone up. Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off. Couldn't get it through the field. Square cut, finds point, no run. edge. Amazing delivery. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. He's got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. End of the over. 2 runs added to the total. England a 90 for 3. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. On that nicely, good defence. No, terrible shot. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming off it. Both sides need to inject some life into this match.
They've been pegged back to the point of scoring at a sort of test match rate. Extremely well bowled. Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
This could be trouble.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Wow, that's missed the lot. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. I didn't hear or see anything. Perfectly timed. India needs this sort of rhythm to be maintained. A good over. Dubé from the Vauxhall end. Patel, the left armour, is the new bowler from the Vauxhall end. Well played, could be a quick single. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. power and precision in that shot.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one. Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Was quick onto that in the infield. End of the over. England are 116 for 3. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over, just one off it. England are 117 for 3. They've gone up here. Brilliant diving stop. Edge, but it drops safely. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Great shot through the gap.
It was an outstanding shot. Saw it early, not much width to play with, and drove it through the covers for 4.
Patel from the Vauxhall end. Drilled that one away. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide, a square leg. Could be 4.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. On that nicely, good defence. Doesn't beat the infield.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position, and I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive. Nice shot, straight to gully. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. I didn't hear or see anything. And out. What a great catch, diving away and plucked it with one hand. Big dive from the fielder, tremendous catch.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has been a good innings.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. End of the over. One from it. England are 136 for 4. India has gone up for something here. Umpire looks a bit confused as to what they're appealing for. Square cut, finds point, no run. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Swept away, but finds the fielder. Cuts that off well in the infield. Patel has finished off a tidy over there. Nothing to show for it, but will be well pleased nevertheless.
Jacks watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Nearly gets the edge. Sundar with a great delivery there. England weren't given much of an opportunity there. A very tidy over. Patel from the Vauxhall end. Finds the fielder with that shot. Perfectly timed. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. England 144 for 4. Dubé, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Two straight. It's just been helped on its way for a maximum. Fine shot there.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. He didn't hear or see anything. Oh, that's beautifully struck right out of the guts end all the way.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. It's flown over the boundary.
End of the over, a big one. 16 runs coming from it. England 160 for 4.
6 lost ball. How will the bowler reply?
Couldn't get it through the field. Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position, and I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good delivery smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Edged it. Wow, that's a huge appeal for the catch. If there's something on it, it was the faintest of edges. Out. Nicely done by the keeper.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
164 for 5. Liam Dawson.
Square cut, finds point, no run.
For England. Please give him a round of applause.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. 4 runs added there. England are 164 for 5. On that nicely, good defence. Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off. Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score.
165.
Patel from the Vauxhall end. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Great shot, through the gap. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Bowler seems convinced it was a good shout. It was definitely close.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though. Was there a bat on it? Fielders think there was. This could be trouble.
Yeah, not the best of reviews there. Great call by the umpire, though. Was quick onto that in the infield. That's going a long way. What a shot.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Beats the field with a great shot. End of the over. England 177 for 5.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller and they've been put away. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Power and precision in that shot.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. I can just stand and admire that shot.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Shot, textbook pull shot, and that's racing away to the boundary. Brilliant. Can't get that outside the ring field. 7 runs added there. England 184 for 5. Singh, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Dug that out well. On that nicely, good defence. Nice solid defensive shot.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Gone! Played all around that one. What a delivery.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer to face their first ball, though. Bumrah from the Vauxhall end. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. The end of a very tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be that easy out there at the moment. Good pressure being exerted. Onto that early. That could be 4. Beats the field with a great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that. Might look to go big again here.
Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Oh, nicely done. That's gone fine. May well be 4.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
Doesn't beat the infield. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end. Edge, amazing delivery. Boomer shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Straight to the fielder. Smacks that away through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. End of the over, 10 off it. England, 207 for 6. Singh from the pavilion end. Cuts that off well in the infield.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Singh will be disappointed with that previous delivery, not up to their normal standards. Finds the fielder with that shot. Edged, unplayable. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Edge, but it drops safely. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. England, 209 for 6. This will be the first over of the power play. This pair should be trying to really push the scoring rate.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
So there's going to be some opportunities for the batsmen with the changes in the field here. going with spin now. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle. Goes over the top with that shot. That's a boundary save for sure. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Got that away nicely. Couldn't get it through the field. Great shot. It was a good length to try that, and they did that with maximum results. 6 more.
We've seen some brilliant batting so far. Not long before they'll get to 100 with shots like that.
India needs this sort of rhythm to be maintained. A good over. Huge. That has flown.
Well, that was a slower ball that didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Over the infield with a cracking shot.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field.
They may have overstepped. The captain shouldn't be disappointed by the effort, just need to adjust the run-up.
Singh overstepped by a fair way. You don't want to be giving away extra deliveries too often. Just open the face of the bat really well. It's through the infield. There'll be 4 more.
Nearly got through them, just got onto it in time, and with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas, and the rewards will come. Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg. That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the green. Dubé coming into the attack from the Vauxhall end. That's got a flight number attached to it. That ball has gone a long, long way.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant and that has stayed hit. Fantastic. How will the bowler respond?
Shot. Finds the gap with that one.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Beats the field with a great shot. Perfectly timed.
The batter gets their target.
That has been a wonderful innings. Shots all around the ground. The bowlers have struggled to contain them as they bring up the 100.
Edge, but it drops safely. End of the over. England 257 for 6. Sing from the pavilion end. Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Was quick onto that in the infield. Edged. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Yorker, and it's broken the pegs. Caught the inside.